The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to a Bill in Boca Raton. Hey, Bill, what's going on?
Not too much. Enjoying the warm weather in Florida just like you, except on the other coast.
Perfect, man. Perfect.
Yep.
Do you listen on the internet right now?
Yes.
Cool, man. Cool.
No, I enjoy that. That's in your Tiger TV and everything. I've been watching you for years, and you've really taken this whole programming to a level that's just phenomenal.
I appreciate it.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great weekend, safe weekend. Let's make it a great week, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Surrender and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 258, NASDAQ off 79, S&P's off 36, gold contract up $31, trading at $1,653 an ounce. Silver up 15 cents at $30.24 an ounce. Platinum down 27 bucks at $1,498 an ounce. Copper down 7 pennies at $3.07 a pound. Light sweet crude down $2.27, trading out at $76.94 a barrel. Bonds up almost 3 points at 145.18. Dollar index up a full buck. King dollar at 80.08. Euro down 19.6 at 131.92. Yen down 45 at 76.61. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, you break all the lows. We come down 32 points in the cash. We're under 110154. We do 1.3 billion. Now, the 1.3 billion is going into 2 billion. Bottom line, folks, is that when you break lower lows, you can go lower. We go take a look at this baby. We'll bring this up. You put it into 010, bring this back, and what you have up here, that the 1099, it's going to get interesting here watching this shake out. Yeah, well, let me go. I'm going to go over to do the Dow first. So what you have with the Dow is this. Dow gets into the lows. Right now we're at 10,655. The low on the Dow is 10,604. Bottom line, come into that. You shot 700 million, but with your S&P's breaking, that's a big deal. Composite, NASDAQ Composite. What does the composite do? Composite comes down 80 bucks, 79.57. The composite comes downtown, and we did 2.5 billion. That 2.5 is going into 4 billion. Bottom line is that we'll see whether that can break out that bottom. What you do have right now is that she's coming into that bottom at 2331, and at this point there's still not. Well, we have 2.5 billion versus 4 billion versus 3.7 the day before. Now, we go look at the SPY. What you have inside the SPY is this. SPY comes down today at 349 million. It breaks the swing point of the 22nd rather, which is 111.30. That had 500 million. We did 350. Also breaks the swing of the lows, which were on the 9th, with 350 million versus 700. Now, let's go over to the 3 Qs. What do you do with the 3 Qs? This is what you do. We come down 97 million shares. The 97 million is going into 130 million, is coming into 204 million. Okay, so now, let's do this. We'll go to the bonds next. We're going to put it all together here. So, you go over to the bond market. Bonds today up 3 points. We're at 145.19. You have 359,000 contracts. That's going into 540. The high out there that wants to get tagged is at 147. Now, King Dollar. King Dollar, big number out here. King Dollar, what King Dollar does today is this. She gets over the B point And she does it with lighter volume. What we did here is this. We did 32,000 contracts versus 49,000. Bottom line, though, also broke higher, has price, doesn't have the volume. So what does that say? That says bottom line, that can go higher. Now, what we did have is this. What is together here, folks, is this, is that we'll go over and we take a look at the down ticks that are out there. The down ticks today, meaning the fear in the marketplace, we had a minus 16.26. Last week we had a minus 15.19. Not the end of the world. If we take a look at the 5-day ARMS, the 5-day ARMS is reading out at about $13. So, what does it mean? What it means is this. You're coming into the lows, you broke the lows in the S&P, you have lighter volume, which means you can go lower. Bottom line, when you break the price, it can go lower. Just like you break the price, it can go higher. But everything is in place for a bottom. What I particularly mean is this, is that you have about half the amount of volume on the NYSE, on the NASDAQ rather. On the NYSE, you're running 1.3 billion versus 2 billion. You have the down ticks in place. You have the ARMS in place. I suspect, and then this is what you also have. So what you also have is that inside the three Qs, what you have is that you have a Tiger-Gottlieb that's set up. And what a Tiger-Gottlieb specifically is, that's the 0.76 off the bottom. You broke the B point, did it with lighter volume, coming in with lighter volume, and then on the small caps, you actually get a butterfly going. So next few days are going to be wild, no doubt about it. When I say wild, I expect that this will reject these levels. But if you have volume blow out of it, then it's certainly not an ABC down, because what you did not have is that you did not pass those B points with volume. You got fast price acceleration going, destruction going, without the volume. We go over and we take a look at the FTSE in London. What you have in the FTSE, bottom line is that it's pretty amazing, actually. FTSE came back with lighter volume. The way FTSE's lined up right now, we came back $52. We did that with 760 million going against 1.1 billion, going against 2 billion. That's saying the FTSE even tomorrow morning wants to go higher. You go look at the DAX, same type of setup inside the DAX. DAX came down $1.25 at 53.76. The DAX came back on 132 million, coming into 198, coming into 284. What we did have in Asia, Asia was, well, most things were kind of a bloodbath last night. The Hang Seng came back 4.5% last night, down 770. The Hang Seng were at 16,822. That did take out the swing point, and it did take that swing point out with volume. We go over to the banks, banking structure. You take a look at Bank of America, BAC. What good old Bank of America did. She's at 553. She comes down 59 cents. Now, Bank of America is at, right now, inside the lower bar of its low. And what I mean is this. When you go back to February of 09, the high of that bar was 705, the low was 253, and that's trouble. Well, let's put it this way. It's coming back with dramatically lighter volume, so it's trouble in the context that, number one, price point, it can go test the 253, which is that would absolutely blow minds. The way it's coming back is you'd need 9.2 billion shares. That's what it did that week, and today we only did 366 million. We go over and we take a look at J.P. Morgan inside the banking structure. J.P. Morgan today came down $1.47. She came down with 50 million shares, coming into 86 million shares. We bring that back to 07. We take a look at that. And J.P. Morgan is way off its lows. J.P. Morgan, the low out there was $14.96. We are coming down, let's see, so that low out there was generated with 2.8 billion. You did 50 million today. If we go look at Morgan Stanley, what you have with Morgan Stanley, she came back $1.04 today. That we came back with 53 million shares. She was coming into 63 million shares. That low is 12.49. You're at 12.47. We bring this back to 08. We put this on a monthly also, and you're coming into $1.5 billion, and you're doing that with last week was $620 million, and today we did $53 million. Yeah. These banks, folks, let's go to Citigroup next. We'll take a look at Citigroup. With Citigroup today, she did $68 million. She's coming into $86 million. You bring this back to 08, and we set this up. And what Citigroup is doing is that she's coming into, her low there is 970. She has $1.5 billion, and she's coming back with, oh, that's interesting. She's coming back with $970 million. So out of all of those, right, Citigroup, folks, okay, is the, this sounds really bizarre because Bank of America looks like it's in worse shape, but Citigroup is the one that is actually coming back with some big juice. The way that is straightening out right now is that even though BAC is coming back with some fast price destruction, and it has volume underneath it, what it's saying is that this is just a test of those lows, which is absolutely, you know, I'm sure if you own it, you don't want to hear it, but you know, because Citigroup had gone, of course, from $2.50 going all the way up to $19.80. But it's coming back in there like it should be coming back in there, meaning coming back in there just for a test. So we'll see where that shakes out. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Some of the high-volume stocks we had out here today. You had Intel was down 72 cents. You had AMR. Oh, check this out. This was pretty intense. AMR. Now, you know what's intense about this, folks? I remember this the last time in the get-go of 08, is that the airlines are the ones that really start blowing apart first. AMR, out of nowhere, okay? You talk about an explosion with volume on the way down. Stock goes from 289 to 175, blows apart everything. It's an ABC down. Evidently, you know, they got something wrong inside the company also, and they're basically, you don't want to be owning AMR, I can tell you that. That let me see. I believe she blew out all the lows. These airlines are a trip. Okay, so AMR, yeah, she blew out her lows. She blew out her lows. So she blew out the lows of 08, the lows of, she actually made another low in 09. She blew out those lows too. Big trouble in paradise there. Kodak, EK, Kodak came back from the dead out here today. Kodak, of course, on Friday went from a price point of 175 down to 54. She get back 55 cents today. We'll see whether she can get back inside the range. The range inside Kodak is that 175 area. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We had Honeywell down 153. IBM was off 158. ExxonMobil 148. Citigroup down 250. DuPont off 148. We're going to be right back, folks.